The sun's coming up, the drinks are hot, and now it's time for our first cup. Today, fake people, real evil. Let me ask you a question. You see somebody off in the distance. This person looks like they're down on their luck. They're approaching somebody else. And when they approach, they say, "Hey, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in a while. Can you help me?" You see the other person hear this and say, "Nah, you can keep starving." How does that make you feel? Probably pretty bad, right? In fact, in my world, there are a few things more evil than denying someone sustenance if you can help them. That's a tactic of oppressive authoritarian regimes, right? This is not something that civilized people, that good people do to other people. Which is why, when I've been seeing that argument floated online recently, I've been paying attention to who's saying it and when. Now, I've seen this argument popping up most recently, past few weeks here in February 2025, when the Trump administration said that they'd start cutting SNAP. Trump administration, Musk administration, whatever. When they said that they'd start cutting SNAP, the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, food stamps, right? Something that helps a lot of people in this country, men, women, and children, especially people who are in lower wage jobs, working sustenance wage jobs, if that, places like Walmart, right? It's an important program. But for some reason, I'm seeing these comments that say things like, well, you get what you voted for, and FAFO, fuck around and find out, right? And the interesting thing is that on a lot of like the big articles that are talking about, like a lot of the highly trafficked articles that are talking about these SNAP cuts, you'll see these arguments being made, at least initially, by faceless avatars, by names that are like strings of numbers, or that might be in like broken English, something like Jimothy Smith. Maybe they'll have a default icon, or maybe their picture will be AI generated. But they're often new. They often have very little, if anything else, to say. And they're always promoting this evil. The question is, why? Well, I'll tell you. It's because those accounts, those fake people spouting evil things, they're trying to get real people to repeat them. And something we know about the last decade plus of research in this area is that those fake accounts saying evil shit are really good at getting real people to repeat evil shit. The arguments are usually the kind of thing that if you step back for a minute and you think about it, it doesn't make sense. There's something that's bad or terrible or just plain out wrong about it, right? But the reason that they get picked up by real people is because, well, real people see them as a way to assuage their pain. And when people are more concerned about assuaging their pain, they don't think about the pain that they might be inflicting or inferring that they're inflicting on others. And our culture here in the States at this moment in time, in February 2025, we are very well primed to be the kind of place where there's a lot of pain and a lot of people are willing to inflict pain on others in order to feel better. Those bots, those anonymous accounts, those fake people, a lot of times, those are foreign interests. And when I mean foreign interests, I mean foreign state actors. China, Russia, a few other places, right? Because, frankly, having a farm of anonymous accounts being able to go online and say odious things like, fuck around and find out, you get what you voted for, when it comes even to people's basic sustenance, like being able to like throw that argument out there costs nothing. Costs nothing when you're thinking about a nation's defense budget. It costs nothing to do that, and in fact, it's very effective because everybody knows that they're not going to win any sort of protracted or even any short battle with the United States military. So what do? They go after you and me. They know that we're hurting. They know that a lot of this nation is not set up to hear that hurt. And they know they can get us to feel better by pointing at someone else and making them hurt too. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. I just wanted to talk to you about it today so you were more aware of it, right? Because these botted accounts, these fake people, these nameless or poorly named people, these strings of numbers, these blank profile photos, these default profile photos with nothing else to say other than vitriol and perhaps giving you a way to hate your neighbor. Don't listen to them. They're not working in your best interest. They are working to weaken you, to weaken us, to weaken our ability to get those grievances heard and addressed. They're hoping to rope in you and I, the real people. They want us to spread that real evil, but we don't have to. We must be vigilant. We must be aware of fake people, real evil. Please remember, no matter what you've heard or what I've said, death comes for us all, and a closed mouth never gets fed. Take care of yourselves. Don't pay attention to those fakes. We'll speak again soon.